In an emergency, you might have to ask questions to someone who is injured. You should try and ask questions relevant to the injury and situation. When in doubt, use the acronym SAMPLE. S for symptoms. Symptoms. Symptoms are something that is felt by the victim. This means only the victim can tell us what their symptoms are. Some symptoms are pain, nausea, dizziness, feeling unusually hot or cold, tiredness, or blurry vision. The next thing to consider is how common this is for that person. For example, if someone complains about a headache, but then says that often happens if they haven't taken their medications, and today is one of those days, then it's most likely not something to worry about. Some things to note are age and general health of the person. An older woman with an unhealthy lifestyle is likely to present different symptoms than a young man with a healthy lifestyle. A for allergies. Asking for allergies is a good strategy. You may not know about every type of allergy that there is. For example, allergies to certain types of medication may not be commonly known by everyone, but medical personnel can deal with that once they arrive. If a person has an allergic reaction, administering an EpiPen or something similar is a good idea. Knowing about some allergies a person has can help you to ask more questions as well as inform medical personnel when they arrive. For example, you may ask a person if they have recently been exposed to peanuts. If they say yes, then asking more questions is a good idea. Keeping or getting an EpiPen is also a good idea. M for medications. Though you might not know what their medication does, asking them questions about when they last took it, if they have it on them right now, what it does, or if they need it right now can offer clues to medical personnel. It will also prove helpful when emergency responders decide on treatment for them. P for past medical history. This doesn't mean that the victim should tell you their entire life story, just things that might be relevant to what's happening right now. For example, if the victim is female and complaining of abdominal pain, it might be a good idea to ask them if this is normal. It could be cramps from menstruation. Other things to ask about are recent surgeries, especially on that area, if something like this has ever occurred to them before, if they have medicine for it, or if any of their past illnesses/injuries are related to their current one. For example, someone with asthma or allergies may complain of severe difficulty in breathing. L for last oral intake/last menstrual cycle. Some causes for someone not feeling well can be low blood sugar or menstruation. Low blood sugar can cause people to feel tired and irritated. If you suspect someone has low blood sugar, make them eat something sugary, followed by something like carbs, found in bread, pasta, and rice, protein, found in most meats, and fats. Aim for good fats like avocado nuts or fatty fish like salmon. If they improve, then the problem was likely caused by low blood sugar, though it still might be a good idea to check with medical personnel just in case. If the person has symptoms related to menstruation, try to get them comfortable. Hot water pads placed on their abdomen can make cramps a little more bearable. Taking a painkiller, responsibly and preferably with adult supervision, can also help reduce pain. If the pain lasts a very long time or becomes too uncomfortable, it might be a good idea to go to the doctor or hospital. E for events. It's important for you to find out what happened. If the victim is unconscious, then asking bystanders what happened and using your own reasoning to try and piece things together is a good idea. Be careful about trusting everything you hear. Look for consistencies among all the stories, which is the best way to figure out what happened. How to ask. It's not necessary for you to ask these questions in this order. You can start with events, then go to symptoms, allergies, past medical history, medication, etc. Don't allow your own opinions to influence the situation. Let the victim speak for themselves and stop yourself from asking questions such as, "I hope it doesn't hurt too badly." Clear, concise questions like, "Is it painful?" or "Rate your pain on a scale of 1 to 10 are better questions to ask. Ask questions to the victim first. If there are healthy bystanders, you can ask them later. Once someone is unconscious, you can't ask them about symptoms or medical history. When medical personnel arrives on the scene, tell them everything you know. This can help them to treat the victim.